Hello, this is Dr. Kilgore with Dr. Kilgore's World, coming to you with a math learning video all about adding and subtracting numbers with decimals. Our learning goal today is I can add and subtract numbers with decimals. Make sure that this learning goal gets written in your notes and that you take detailed notes on this video so that you can use them to remember how to add and subtract decimals. Our guiding questions for this lesson is how can I apply math to real-world situations? Now that we're learning to add and subtract decimals, work and problems that you will be doing will start involving money. That's the best real-world situation to go with our decimals. Strategies for operations with decimal success include the following. Make sure that these go in your notes and make sure you really look at this step by step as you're solving problems with adding and subtracting decimals. So first you line up the decimals, you annex or add any zeros to make the places even. Look at the sign. Make sure that you know whether you're adding or subtracting. Don't just guess because the problems before it were the same. Then you need to add or subtract from right to left, making sure that you regroup as needed. Bring down the decimal. And then last but definitely not least, check your work. Make sure that you check your work to see that your answer is correct. Let's do a little bit of practice with adding and subtracting decimals and following these steps to make sure that our answers are correct. I'm going to pause the video right here. Make sure that you have a spot in your notes to work these practice problems with me. Okay, so let's think about those strategies. First thing, we need to line them up. Second, we need to annex zeros. Third, we need to look at the sign. Fourth, we're going to add or subtract from right to left. Fifth, we're going to bring that decimal down. And then sixth, we will check our work. So let's look at a couple of practice problems here. First problem is 82 hundredths. That is a decimal 82. The 2 is in the hundredths place. We're going to add to that 4 and 21 hundredths. So we've lined them up. We do not need to annex zeros. When we look at the sign, we're going to add, and then we start adding from right to left. 2 plus 1 is 3. 8 plus 2 is 10. So we need to regroup. 0 goes down, 1 goes up. 0 plus 4 is 4, plus 1 more is 5. Step 5, we bring the decimal down. Decimal, decimal, decimal. Step 6, we check our work. When it's addition, we check by subtracting. We take our answer, 5 and 3 hundredths, and we subtract either one of our add-ins. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 82 hundredths. 0 and 82 hundredths. We follow the same steps. We line them up. Annex any zeros. We don't need to. Look at the sign. It's subtraction. We subtract from right to left. So 3 subtract 2 is 1. 0 subtract 8 we need to regroup. We borrow 1 from the 5, it becomes a 4. We add that number that we borrowed right here as a 10. 10 subtract 8 is 2. 4 subtract 0 is 4. Step 5, we bring the decimal down, decimal, 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 and we've just checked our work. So 5 and 3/100 subtract 82/100 is 4 and 21/100. This means our problem checks. Let's go ahead and try another example together. Let's look at 45 and 9/100. We're going to subtract 2 and 5/1000. So follow our steps. We've lined them up. We need to annex any zeros. We've got a place here with nothing, so we need to annex a 0 and add it so that we can do our subtraction. Look at the sign. Our problem is subtraction. Subtract from right to left. 0 minus 5. We can't do that, so we need to regroup. We borrow 1 from the 9 and make it an 8. We add that 10 to our 0 and get 10. 10 subtract 5 is 5. 8 subtract 0 is 8. 0 subtract 0 is 0. 5 subtract 2 is 3. 4 subtract nothing is 4. Step 5, we bring that decimal down. Decimal, decimal, decimal. Step 6, we check our work. So we go down here and we take this difference, 43 and 85/1000, and we are going to add this time because the opposite of subtraction is addition. And I'm going to go ahead and add 2 and 5/1000. Draw our line, we follow our steps. They're lined up. We do not need to annex zeros, but we do need to look at the sign. We are adding this time. We add from right to left. 5 plus 5 is 10. 0 comes down. Carry the 1. 8 plus 0 is 8 plus 1 is 9. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 2 is 5. 4 comes straight down. Step 5, look at the decimal and bring it down. We have decimal, decimal, decimal. And step 6, we check and see if our work checked. So 43 and 85/100 plus 2 and 5, caught a mistake, 43 and 85/1000 plus 2 and 5/1000 equals 45 and 90/1000. Remember, we annexed our 0 here, so that is the same value as 45 and 9/100. Our work does check. Let's do a couple more practice problems together. I'm going to go ahead and clear off my board here. We are going to try 42 and 89/100, and we want to add to that 8 and 2 tenths. We've lined them up. Step 2 is to annex zeros. We need to add one right here. Step 3, look at the sign. This is addition. Go ahead and add. 9 plus 0 is 9. 8 plus 2 is 10. We need to regroup. 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Regroup again. 4 plus 1 is 5. Next step, decimal, decimal, decimal. Now we need to check our work. The opposite of addition is subtraction, so we're going to subtract our sum, 51 and 9 hundredths, and we are going to subtract 8 and 2 tenths. We've lined them up, we annex our zeros, and we subtract because our sign is subtraction. 9 subtract 0 is 9. 0 subtract 2, we've got to regroup. Borrow 1 from the 1, it becomes a 0. Our 0 becomes a 10. 10 subtract 2 is 8. 0 subtract 8, we have to regroup again. 10 subtract 8 is 2. Bring our 4 down. Decimal, decimal, decimal. So we get 42 and 89 hundredths. Our work checks. Let's look at one more practice problem here and see what we can get. 17 and 49 hundredths. We're going to add to that 9. We've lined them up, put our decimal back in, and annex zeros. Bring our 9 down, bring our 4 down. 7 plus 9 is 16. 6 comes down, regroup. 1 plus 1 is 2. Decimal, decimal, decimal. Check our work. 26 and 49 hundredths. Subtract 9. Put our decimal in. Annex our zeros. And go ahead and subtract. 9 minus 0 is 9. 4 minus 0 is 4. 6, we have to regroup. 2 becomes a 1. 6 becomes a 16. 16 subtract 9 is 7. We bring our 1 down. Decimal, decimal, decimal. And our work checks. I hope this video has helped you learn how to add and subtract numbers with decimals. Please move on with your classwork today. Go ahead and go to the independent practice for adding and subtracting decimals.